Berlin is set to hold a referendum on banning big landlords and nationalizing private rented housing. Let's see what's going on here. Berlin looks set to hold a referendum on banning big landlords and expropriating their homes into social housing as part of a response to growing complaints in the German city about the cost of living. The proposed law would bar landlords with more than 3,000 homes in their portfolio from operating in the city. 3,000 homes. The real estate behemoth has become including the city's biggest property company, Dutch Wonen. That real estate behemoth has become a favored target of activists who claim its business is an example of the kind of speculation which they blame for driving up rents and property values. The expropriated homes, an estimated 200,000 would be covered, would effectively become the German equivalent of council housing, let out at social rents in a bid to reduce the cost of living. The city, which is its own state under Germany's federal system, has a local constitution which provides for a system of binding ballot initiatives, or Volksentscheid, which allow framework for holding referenda. Though the initiative must first collect 20,000 signatures, it is likely to find them quickly. The activist proposal has sparked extensive coverage in the German press. Wow. The left-wing Die Linke party supports the plan, as do some Greens and center-left SPD representatives. The so-called Red-Red-Green coalition in Berlin, made up of those three left-of-center parties, has made building affordable housing a priority and is also engaged in a more modest plan to buy up private housing of its own. And keep in mind, what they consider center-left would be, in the United States, considered far-left. What they consider center-left is far-left in the United States. You know, I always love to tell people, I feel like in most, in most countries in the world, I would just be considered left-leaning. In the United States, I'm considered, watch list. Like, yeah, he's on the left. Most of the world, yeah, he's on the left. In the United States, watch list. Better keep an eye on this guy. So this is pretty awesome that Germany is trying to do this, and they're targeting the right targets, the big landlords, who price gouge the rents. And when you control that many properties, you're going to price gouge the rents. You're going to up the rents, and they're saying, you know what, you shouldn't be able to do this anymore. And I am all about that. And this also shows what you can do locally. The cities can kind of combine and coalesce to make this happen. To make this public housing, to buy it back and make it a city-run investment. That's awesome. That's awesome. Pulling something like that off in the United States, I'd imagine would be a lot more difficult, just because of property laws and stuff like that. And and I'm sure Germany has their share of red tape to overcome too, but I know they're a more, they're kind of a more progressive, nurturing society compared to the United States contemporarily. So good for Germany, and it'll be interesting to watch this unfold and to see how they pull this off, if they pull this off. And it's really cool that there's a movement to do this.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your